Well, I've been working on goals, and I think I talked about passion and purpose some on yesterday. So all of this is happening to me now is actually more confirmation than anything. Our stories are similar when it comes to changing up careers and having jobs that you think you like, and also in trying to introduce things that would serve purpose to companies where they did not understand. They did not find it profitable because they didn't see a purpose of it. And that's where I come from. So it carries on. And every day, I will get closer and closer to my goal. And I know it because I have conversations every day with my Father. Every day.
Amen.
So one of my goals, my list of goals are actually long, so I'm going to try to summarize this. My goal is actually to bring awareness. There's a lot that comes under that umbrella. Right now, I'm in a position where I can bring awareness to the need for behavioral health, where I can bring the message to those that behavioral health is not just for those that are psychiatrists and psychologists. It's a ministry.
Yes, it is.
It's also, it has put me in a position where those that does provide this service understands that what they're doing is a ministry, because sometimes they get so caught up, they forget that this is their calling. I also have a goal of actually reducing the incarceration rate, especially here in Louisiana, because we have the highest in the world. These are just a few of my goals. Teenage mothers is very, very, very near and dear to me because I was one. I was also a child that grew up without a mother and father. I never knew either one. I have a lot of goals.
Thank you.
So that's it.
Amen. Amen. Go ahead, y'all. Thank you. That was bold to share. And of course, I want to talk to you because there's a group that I'm connected with called MICA. And MICA is a social justice organization. It's national, but we have a local one here. And incarceration is one of the things that's at the top of their agenda, the mass incarceration of Louisiana. So sometimes when you share your goals, you can get connected to people who can help you to further your goals. But you also need to be discerning and prayerful with who you may share those with, especially if it's something that's near and dear and is easily, stolen. Right? But nevertheless, if God put it in your heart, guess what? Can't nobody do it like you. Can't nobody do it like you. Amen? Can't nobody do it like you. So, my next slide is, tell me if you have SMART goals. Now, when you talk about your goals, all right, when you talk about, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Remember I told you the dreaming was pie in the sky and by and by. Like, I'm going to be on a big stage in Hollywood. But you don't have connections to Hollywood. You don't have a particular talent that may be marketable. So you want to make sure that your goals are specific. Okay? You want to make sure that they're measurable, that they are attainable, that they are relevant, and that they are time bound. You want to give yourself an appointment to get this done. I could tell you that I'm going to have a cleaning service today. And then when you see me in a year, did you ever get that cleaning service off the ground? Girl, I'm going to have that cleaning service. You see me 5 years down, girl, how's your cleaning service going? Girl, listen, I'm going to have that cleaning service. I had a little cousin like that. She said, look, I ain't got no time for the streets and all of that because I'm going to be a nurse. I'm going to be an RN, and that's what I'm going to do. I was excited for her. I'm like, wow, she's got big dreams. Because I was a little girl dealing with all my little self-confidence issues and, all of my little situations because of all of the time I had been pushed aside because I'm dark, right? And all of that. So she was telling, yeah, girl, because I'm going to be this and I'm going to do that and da-da-da-da. And I said, okay, well, she's the right color. In my little crazy, immature mind, oh, she's the right color. She could do it. Because that's what they made me think, right? And so I'm like, wow, that's awesome. I was always saying, praising her, and she wasn't present, praising her and her goals. Oh, she's going to do this. That's awesome. Oh, my little cousin's going to make it. She's going to do this. So I see her again. Girl, how's it going? Everything's good. And I'm going to be a nurse. That's all I want. That's all I see. That's all I want to be. So when I saw her 5 years later, I said, girl, I know you must be working now. Where are you? Were you working in charity? This was some years back. She said, girl, look, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do because I got these babies now and I'm just Just lost it. She just lost all hope. She lost all hope. And the person I was holding high on that pedestal, I started to say, wow, what happened? What happened? But life is going to serve us some hard hits. But you still must be persistent.
That's right.
Having a baby out of wedlock, a lot of us did. I was one. But guess what? It's not the end of the world. You just take it, and now you just recalibrate, and you keep on moving, right? So understand, life is going to throw some hard hits to us. But we can't stop going after, pursuing our goals, our visions. We can't stop because we got hit. That's what life's about. It's about ups. It's about downs. It's about smooth days. It's about rocky days. That's life. So if somebody says, I'm having a rough day, just understand it's life. But how can I help to ease the pain today? You know, but that's life. You ease the pain for somebody today, somebody ease the pain for you tomorrow. That's life, though. That's what it's about. So make sure your goals are, and I have it up here for you. You can write it on your sheet. Of course, to make sure that they're specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Next slide, please. I know my time is winding up. I didn't have a timekeeper. Sorry about that. But back to vision. 4 steps before we meet success. 4 steps before we actually meet success. I don't want to get in line with the vision, goal, strategy, and action. But I want to say that there are 5 steps before we meet success. What would be the first step? If the first step is not vision, what would be that first step? Prayer. Prayer, because the devil speaks to you too. He'll put you out there. And you just start to think, oh, I got to go and I'm going to be the next this or the next that or the next the other. You need to acknowledge God. God, did you put this in my spirit to do this? A lot of politicians, they make God look bad, guys. I get so hurt by that. Well, the Lord told me this is my season and I am running for mayor.
Yes, Lord.
What? You got 2 votes. Did the Lord tell you that? We put God out there. God told me this is my season to run for mayor. And then we sit there by the TV and say, Lord, I hope you pull it through. I hope you pull it through because, put you out there. 2 votes.
Yes, Lord.
I know I'm exaggerating 2 votes, but my point is we have to be careful. So we must acknowledge him in all of our ways about the vision that we feel he has given us so he can direct our path. There are a lot of pathways that might lead to the same end, but you want to be on the one that God is leading you on, right? That's the one where you're protected. That's the ones where when you turn the knob, the door is going to open. That's the one where the anointing is. And that's the path you want to be on. So once you're on that path of vision, then you want, of course, inside that vision, create those little goals, right? Yeah, so I have a vision of being married. I have a vision of how am I going to get there? I don't know how I'm going to get there. Because I ain't going to make nobody marry me. I'm not going to be desperate for them. I'm not going to go looking for them. All I could do is talk to God. Say, God, this is what I want. What do you want for me? That's the one I want. But what do you want for me? So the vision, the goal, then the strategy. That's where the planning comes in. You got to work out the planning. And sometimes we all have strategy issues. We all have planning issues. All we've got to do is tweak it and go back again. Because every plan is not going to be successful, guys. Reality check. Every plan is not going to be successful. You're going to have failures, but that's okay. A failure is a lesson turned inside out. This is what you learn with failure. It doesn't work that way. So that's the lesson. So we're not going to try it that way no more because we learned the lesson. So after that, we get into action. We spring into action. It's good to have knowledge. We always say knowledge is power, but knowledge is untapped power. We got to do something with the knowledge we have. Knowledge is untapped power. But once we tap it and move into action, now we're doing something, right? And then we can find our way to success. Next slide. A Japanese proverb, vision without action is daydream. That's their English. I would say vision without action is only daydreaming. But vision without action is daydream. Action without vision is nightmare. Doesn't that sound Japanese? Vision without action is daydream. Action without vision is nightmare. Absolutely. Absolutely. So be sure that you have a clear vision, a path to where you're going. Let's see my next slide. This is the recap. Now, before we recap, I want to give you this as I prepare you for Dr. G later on. Alrighty. This is where Janice comes into play. She says she wants